Contemplating my summer. What am I gonna do? It's got me kind of worried. I guess I have to go get some dinner at the Jones and think about it. And of course, a glass of wine. Got my building permit, a deck to work on. Oh, all kinds of projects. So maybe I just sit on the deck and look at the view, or play in the garden and take photos of flowers. Always a big part of my summertime. Actually, a big part of my all the time. Hanging out in the garden. Listen to that wonderful waterfall flowing into the pond. So really, Layla's like, oh, you can take some photos of me. I'm ready to go out and party. My wife's working on her artwork. My kitty's bird watching. I want to ride my tractor. And then there's my daughter's puppies that we got to babysit and hang out with for a couple days. Luckily, she's right next door. And don't forget to feed the kitties and play with them. And my wife's taking her iPhone photos always. That's part of her project. And I'm thinking about getting back to the tractor and working on the deck. She's watering the plants. It's been a fun summer. Start doing a little bit of infrared again. Photograph my white dove and the art studio and the front yard, and go to the cave with Mark so we can shoot some cave shots and a little bit of video, some infrared. Think about a film script for inside the cave. Pretty cool spot. Certainly potential for some fun videos. Maybe a horror flick. It's pretty scary. I don't know. We'll see. Mark's getting his shots, and I'm thinking about getting out of there, and he's still down there shooting with a Steadicam, up and down and around and out of that place. So I'm off wandering around again, thinking about what I'm going to do next. Hanging out at home, heading to the top for dinner. Oh, hanging out with Layla, going to art shows. That was a wild one at the top secret space. Had some interesting art sculptures there, and speakers. Get a cup of coffee over at the Bull and wander around downtown. Think about my saw blade and my wood lumber racks and all my junk around here, and back to the art studio again. So it's always something going on. Layla's doing her play at the hip and got to get involved in that. She did great. Bought myself a new welder and decided that I needed to do some projects. Had to clean out the drains, watch the shuttle take off, and here's my old tractor again. Love that old tractor. Back at the Jones again and hanging out in the yard, the garden. Kitty's on top of the canoe, and well, let's play in the portrait studio for a while. I got my son's wedding coming up, so I got to make sure I'm ready for my photo booth project, and get back out to eat at the Jones again. Have lunch with my sweetheart. Hanging out in the garden, and then I got to work on my lumber racks. Had to sand them and paint them and weld them and stack them up and stick them inside, and stop for dinner and hang out in the house for a little while. So many things to do in summer. Make dinner, of course you gotta do that every night, but there's my Rasta Centaur and my lumber racks, getting them put in place. And, on to other projects. On it goes. Summer, summer, summer. There's always something hiding from me. More infrared exploration. Testing out the photo booth again to see if the camera's motion detector is gonna auto run and take a bunch of cool photos. Looked like it worked pretty good. Back out to some night photos and outside photos of the house. Playing around. Deb's shooting her photo of me outside. That should be interesting. On the deck again. This time it's wet, looking pretty nice. Still a good view. Waiting for my acupuncture appointment every Monday. All my junk laying around, my gears and stuff. Always contemplating what I'm going to build and what I'm going to do with those. Time to go traveling. Up to North Carolina for the wedding, hang out at the pier, check out the giant century plant, and go play frisbee golf with my son. A reappearing theme for this period of time, because we're on the beach and I'm determined to get up every single morning, shoot the sunrise, then the wedding rehearsal at the aquarium, which is a fun place. Of course, everybody's getting kind of bored waiting around, find out what they're supposed to do next. back out the sunrise over and over again every morning, getting some fun shots of the pier and the waves and playing a little bit in the water. It goes on and on. Of course, I couldn't get enough shots of the sunrise, and either could Deb. But did hang out on the beach a bit, and that was a big part of the summertime. Sunrise is barely coming up. Here's that house that I wish I had, and some other phones. Oh, hung up my nephews too. That was fun. Hadn't seen them since they were, well, I never saw them. They were born up someplace in Michigan. I never did see them till then. And every morning back out for the sunrise on the pier, checking out the fishermen and playing on the beach and hanging out at our cottage and just looking up and down the beach and thinking about fishing and all the fun stuff. Oh, it's time for the wedding. Here we go. There's my mom. And there's my son Matt and Katie. Oh, there's an alligator. It was an aquarium place. Time to pose for all the formal portraits. Thank goodness I wasn't doing that. These guys are right next door. Now comes the photo booth. This is fun. Testing the photo booth, and then I could walk around, had a motion detector. There's Layla. Everybody could just walk in front of it, and it would start taking photos of them until they walked away every 15 seconds. So this isn't all of them, but we got a lot of fun shots. Everybody had fun, and of course I didn't even have to be there. I was eating dinner and not even thinking about it, and people just wander over by the camera and do whatever they want to do, including Matt and all his friends and all the people there for the wedding. These guys took advantage of the aquarium theme. Oh, lots of kisses. Everybody's kissing or dancing, one of the two, I guess. Even me. I was just testing it, but hey, it was working fine. I think we ended up with about 181 photos. There's Claire with her twins, due in October, and Layla, my son Matt. There's my sweetheart. These are a few reception shots that I shot in between shooting video on the 7D. And the backdrop of the dance floor and all the dancing going on. Of course, you couldn't miss these guys in one of the tanks, and they were certainly interesting. And my mom is even dancing with people. Back out the next day to shoot the sunrise again. Almost time to go home, but got to get as much beach as I can. There's my new green shorts. Pelicans out on the pier, and my wife taking her photos, and getting ready to leave. There's our view the day we were leaving from the cottage. And one more time to gather shells on the beach. Oh yeah, we did go on one ferry trip across the Cape Fear River on the ferry to what's that place called, Southport or something, I think, North Carolina. Always a fun event. Wander around that little town and back onto the ferry there, get parked and hang out, watch the birds and the wake, and my son and wife Deb hanging out there. And downtown beach. Up, we're back to the Jones. Means we got in Gainesville. The studio's overgrown. The ponds still got the fish swimming around, wondering where we went to, and the frogs. Kitties were missing us, Toulouse and Bijou. And back up to some infrared there. Got over to Ring Park. Took a couple shots over there. Down the street. I like this little church. It's a sweet one. In the alley. And that was my summer. 2011. Hope you enjoyed it.